How's it, guys? I'm going to do a preview on the Sun Met race day to be run on the 1st of February 2020. It's a 12 race program, very competitive racing, but I'm going to try and select some winners for you guys. Starting in race 1, Kenilworth. My first choice is number 8, Divas Express. Her debut performance, she ran on very strongly behind Noble Beaten and Neck. The second race in that race was Queen of Quiet, who's come out to win 3 on the trot, 3 in a row since then. The form is solid. Her second start, she ran second to Caribbean Sunset, and she's quite a decent filly herself. So I think she's got the strongest form in the race, and currently trading at about 33 to 10, I think could be a bit of value, but not a strong confidence selection, but is my first choice in the first race. On to race 2, I'm quite strong on a horse, Radiant Love. He's trading at 7 to 2 currently. I've actually taken a decent bet on him into doubles and trebles with my other 2 selections I'll get back to you just now with. Radiant Love, after the gelding, he's really improved. When he got beat by Go Man Go, he ran 4th. He was down the inside, he was tight for galloping room, and he quickened nicely and got beat under a length. Followed that up with a 1,000-meter effort. He was 7 lengths back at the 400, and he only got beat to length. He was quickening up very well, and back to the 1200, I feel that this field won't beat him. The dark horse in the race could be Captain Z, who is unknown after his decent enough debut performance. On to race 3, one of my better bets on the card, Pray for Rain. He debuted well, but on debut, he was cruising along going through the 400-meter mark, and then all of a sudden he hit a flat spot and he didn't go through with his effort. But I followed him last time out. I told my guys on my group to actually have a decent bet on him. And he actually, at the 400-meter mark, he was 10 lengths clear. Actually, it was about 6 lengths clear. And he won by 10.5 lengths going away. It was very impressive. He beat a decent Tarry first timer that day, Bowie, who they rate quite highly. And I think Pray for Rain's going to run them off their feet over the 1,000-meter trip. Dangers will be Eric the Red, who debuted against Pray for Rain and Joseph Barry that day. He finished 3 lengths behind them and then also improved to win by 4 3/4 lengths in his second start. He's very well bred, a Captain All out of Covenant, who was a top race mare. And yeah, he could be the danger. And Dad's Catch is 1-2 from 2, but I think a bit against weaker company. So I'm going strong Pray for Rain to run them off their feet and win well. He's currently trading at 17 to 10. On to race 4. Quite an open-looking contest, but there are a couple that I could select for you. Starting with Sarah, number 14 on the card. She's got 119 merit rating. She's drawn down the center outside of the track. It's level weight while she's getting allowance being a filly in the race. I think she's going to go very close to winning. My second and third selections will be a filly like Spring Break. Last time out did need the run. She was coming off a 6-month layoff. She did beat Sarah on the run to African Warrior back in July, and she must have a chance. Then Wisteria Walk, the other filly in the race. She's unbeaten over the 1,200-meter trip, and she's run decent races around the bend too, but she could be a runner back up the straight. My next choice in the race could be Nvidia, the first of the colts that I'm selecting. Last time I put a line through his run. The run came too close together to the run that he ran in the Ready to Run stakes. And he was overdone for that sprint last time out. So put a line through that. He's freshened up well, that I hear. And he will go very well here. There's a couple more with chances there. Al Rams, Cartel Captain, Pure State, Put on the Red Light, Stop all the clocks. They must all be included into pick 6s if you're playing wider. On to race 5 on the card, the CTS 1600, non-black type. Very nice field this. You got the green light, a top racehorse. He won the Premier's Champion Stakes in Greyville in July, and he's had one comeback run in January. He ran 4th to Ikigai, but you could see he needed the run. He just he wasn't finding the final 200 meters. He never went on with his effort, and he'll be a much fitter and better horse come Met Day. Wild Coast, impressive run in the Guineas. I think he's a Derby horse. If you remember his mother very well, she was Beach Beauty, a champion race mare. He quickened very well off a fast run race in the Guineas, and he just couldn't catch the leaders. They were too far ahead. He ran on for fourth, very impressive run. Count Jack could be the dark horse. He's slowly progressing, this horse, and I think he may be a dark horse. And just one more to mention, Namaqualand. He's one of my horses close to my heart. There's something about this horse that I love, but he's so badly in at the weight. I'm just hoping he can run into minor money. On to race 6 on the card, the Politician Stakes Grade 3. My first choice, very slightly, is Sir Michael, number 2 on the card. I think that the new course will suit him, as he's been caught out last time and the time at Durbanville, cramping for galloping room, getting going late. I think the 1800 meters on the new course, long run-in of 800 meters at Kenilworth, will suit, and I think Sir Michael will take some beating. The dangers will come from a horse like Super Silvano. I think the Brett Crawford 3 horses, Parte, Bag of Tricks, and Super Silvano, have chances, but Super Silvano, I think, will appreciate the 1800 as he stayed on steadily last time out over the mile. And then the 3 Snaith runners in the race, Tilly Angus, Silver Host, and Bayberry. They're all progressive sorts, so you don't know what to expect, but they could be up for it. But my bet in the race is Sir Michael, just a narrow margin ahead of the rest. Then on to the Cape Flying Championships, Grade 1, 1000 meters at Kenilworth. Casimir, big runner today. Big runner on Saturday. He ran 4th last time out in a Pinnacle Plate, coming off a long rest. If you see last season, he did the same. He came off a Pinnacle Plate and then won the Cape Flying Championships, beating Bold Respect. I think he'll come on a lot from his last run. I think he's a huge runner. He's my second choice in the race. For first, I'm going Run Fox Run. She's unbeaten in 5 starts. She reminds me of that filly Lazar Fair that was a champion race filly that used to beat the Colts, and I think she also won the Cape Flying Championships many years ago. Run Fox Run, very good filly, won hands and heels after a break last time, and she's got more to come. She hasn't been extended yet, and I think this is a true test, but I think she's up to it. Run Fox Run for me to beat Casimir, and for the places, Chimichurri Run, Pacific Trader, and Bold Respect to fill the minor money. Then on to race 8, the Majorca Stakes, Grade 1, 1600 meters. I'm very strong on Queen Supreme. I think she is a champion racehorse. She is 6 months younger than the rest of them. Being a 4-year-old, she's actually like 3.5. But she's very progressive. Over the miles, she's unbeaten. She ran 4th in the Summer Cup. She won the Paddock Stakes, hands and heels. And I heard she's working like a bomb at home. So I think Queen Supreme's going to take a power of beating. To run second, I'm going for Celtic Sea. This is the furthest she can go, 1600 meters. This is her limit. I think she'll run on for second. Clouds Unfold and Front and Center for minor money. On to the big one, the Sun Mets, should I say, 2000 meters, Grade 1. My first choice in the race, and I'll stick with him, is Awam. I think this horse, you can put his last run, you can put a line through his last run in the Queen's Plate. I think he went flat. It was his second run in Cape Town after leaving Joburg. I don't think he was fully wound up, which showed because Twist of Fate finished ahead of him that day, and he beat Twist of Fate hands and heels twice previously. I heard he's doing exceptionally well in training, and I'm going strong Awam to win. For second, I'm going Rainbow Bridge. An honest campaigner, he always runs places in these sort of races, and he will be right there at the finish. Do it again for third, and Vardy to fill the quartet, as I feel Vardy, this is his limit, that 2000 meter trip. He may get it, but I don't think he's as effective over the 2000 as he was over the 16 and 1800 meters. And then on to race 10, the best bet on the card is Double Mint. The conditions of this race suit him down to the ground. If you see, he beat Chrome Yellow last time. Chrome Yellow was my fancy last time because he received 6 kilos from Double Mint. But he still couldn't beat Double Mint. Now he's only receiving 1 kilo, which says Double Mint should beat him 6 lengths or more. And the rest of the horses, he's got Atiar beaten, he's got Tappernot beaten, Strathdon, Gimme One Night. The most of this field, he's got Stone Cold. And Double Mint for me is a banker on the card. Pity it's not part of the pick six, but part of your doubles and trebles, you can include Double Mint. The last two races on the card are wide open, and I'm probably not going to get involved in. But race 12, I have got a value bet that I feel is a much better horse after the gelding. He caught my eye last time out in race 12, number 10, Veritrim. He ran 3 lengths off Count Jack. He ran on strongly late headway, progressed through the field, and I think he's got that come on look about him. The 200 meters further will suit from a one draw Samanga Kamalo for Snaith, Veritrim at 8-1, a big runner.